From a colossal vessel transporting 4,300 cars, overturning just 23 minutes after departing from port, to a nuclear test in the Pacific Ocean that went awry, a chemical factory in Nevada exploding following a fire outbreak, and an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico deemed by experts as the most catastrophic environmental disaster in history. These represent some of the costliest mistakes ever recorded. St. Simon's Sound, an inlet off the southeast coast of Georgia, serves as a crucial waterway for maritime trade, particularly as massive tankers depart from the port of Brunswick en route to various destinations. Unfortunately, the MV Golden Ray, a 660-foot car carrier, faced a tragic fate only 20 minutes away from the port. Built in South Korea, the vessel, boasting a width of 116 feet and a weight of 7,100 gross tons, could transport up to 7,400 cars worldwide at a speed of 22 miles per hour. On September 8, 2019, the Golden Ray, bound for the port of Baltimore and then the Middle East, capsized in St. Simon's Sound, where it only reached a depth of 32 feet. Despite efforts to salvage the ship and pump out fuel from its 24 tanks, environmental concerns arose due to the vessel's full tanks and the 4,300 cars loaded with diesel gas and antifreeze. The salvage operation, costing approximately $840 million, involved cutting the ship into 6 sections before its complete removal on September 26, 2021. The final report attributed the capsizing to various factors, including errors in the ship's stability calculations, underscoring the importance of thorough mathematical checks. During the 1950s, the U.S. conducted numerous atomic weapons tests, not only in Nevada, but also in the remote Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. The first high-yield thermonuclear test under Operation Castle, named Castle Bravo, took place on March 1, 1954. Initially estimated at 6 megatons, the bomb's unexpected reaction with lithium-7 resulted in a terrifying 15 megaton yield. Fallout contaminated Bikini Atoll, leading to a 3-day evacuation, but hundreds suffered from radiation sickness. A Japanese fishing vessel, Daigo Fukuryu Maru, with 23 crew members, was heavily contaminated. The international fallout sparked an incident over atmospheric thermonuclear testing. Despite the blast occurring in the ocean, global traces of radioactive material were found. The U.S. Department of Energy reported 253 impacted islanders, enduring symptoms like vomiting and skin lesions. The U.S. government compensated affected communities with a staggering $604 million, surpassing $1 billion when adjusted for inflation. Beyond the glittering lights of Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada, stands as the state's second largest city, once renowned for its abundant magnesium supply during World War II. However, in 1988, Henderson gained notoriety for a tragic event, a massive chemical fire that put the city on the map for a costly reason. The focal point was the Pacific Engineering and Production Company of Nevada, or PEPCON, with its significant chemical plant located 10 miles south of Las Vegas. PEPCON was one of 2 American companies producing ammonium perchlorate, a crucial chemical for rocket boosters, including those used in the space shuttle. On May 4, 1988, a fire erupted at the facility, culminating in a colossal explosion. A safe distance cameraman captured the devastating moment, witnessing a second, even larger explosion minutes later. The explosions obliterated the PEPCON plant and a marshmallow manufacturing facility, causing widespread destruction within a 1.5-mile radius. Tragically, 2 lives were lost, and over 300 people were injured. The financial toll exceeded $100 million, all triggered by a rogue spark from a blowtorch igniting fiberglass. Oil remains a pivotal force driving the world's economy, and the pursuit of its extraction brings substantial wealth to investing companies. However, the annals of drilling mishaps include a notorious incident, the Deepwater Horizon disaster in 2010. Situated approximately 41 miles off the Louisiana coast, the oil rig was exploring a new prospect when a blowout triggered a catastrophic explosion and fire. A frantic rescue mission evacuated 94 crew members, but tragically, 11 were never found, presumed dead. After burning for over a day, the Deepwater Horizon sank on April 22nd. Subsequently, an alarming 38,000 barrels of oil gushed into the sea daily for 87 days, totaling over 210 million gallons spilled. The environmental calamity persisted with the oil residue haunting Gulf shores years later. In November 2012, BP settled federal criminal charges, pleading guilty to 11 counts of manslaughter and enduring substantial penalties, surpassing $65 billion by 2018. The Deepwater Horizon spill remains etched as one of the largest environmental disasters in global history. Nestled in Miami-Dade County, Surfside, Florida, a quaint residential beach community with about 5,600 residents gained worldwide attention on June 24, 2021. The serene town, known for its multi-story condominiums near Surfside Beach, became the focal point of tragedy when Champlain Towers South, a condominium complex built in 1981, unexpectedly collapsed. Part of a 3-tower development, with the North Tower erected in 82 and the East Tower in 94. All were 12-story L-shaped structures. The South Tower, with 136 condos and a penthouse suite, suffered a catastrophic failure at 1:14 a.m. The pool deck collapsed first, followed by the entire western wing 8 minutes later. In this heartbreaking event, 98 lives were lost, but rescuers managed to pull 126 survivors from the rubble. Investigations pointed to flawed designs, water damage, cracked concrete, and corroded rebar, raising questions about corruption during construction. A year later, a $1.02 billion settlement was approved for the families of the victims and those injured, making a somber chapter in Surfside's history. As of January 2018, more than 500 individuals from 37 countries have ventured into space, with Americans and Russians leading the count, followed by a few Chinese and representatives from other nations. However, space exploration, despite its allure, is fraught with challenges and risks. While the Challenger disaster of 1986 often comes to mind, another tragic incident occurred in 2003 with the space shuttle Columbia. Returning to Earth on February 1, 2003, the shuttle disintegrated upon re-entry, claiming the lives of its 7 crew members. An investigative board determined that a piece of insulating foam, detached from the external tank during launch, struck the left wing, a recurring issue NASA had known about but failed to address adequately. The damaged wing allowed hot gases to breach the heat shield during re-entry, causing the shuttle to break apart. The subsequent investigation and cleanup cost the government $400 million, with the destroyed shuttle itself valued at $2 billion. The day culminated with President Bush solemnly announcing the tragic loss on television. The Port of Beirut, a vital hub in the eastern Mediterranean, situated on the eastern bank of St. George Bay in Lebanon, underwent a devastating transformation on August 4, 2020. To comprehend the catastrophe, a rewind to September 2013 is necessary. A cargo ship laden with 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, detained in Beirut for failing to pay the Suez Canal toll, led to the Lebanese government seizing both ship and cargo. The ammonium nitrate languished in a warehouse on the dock until 2020 when, inexplicably, fireworks were stored alongside the highly explosive chemical. A warehouse fire triggered a catastrophic chain reaction, akin to a ticking time bomb. The initial explosion, resembling 2 tons of TNT, was followed by a seismic second blast, felt as far as Turkey and parts of Europe. The disaster claimed 218 lives, caused $15 billion in property damage, and exacerbated Lebanon's existing crisis of economic collapse, unemployment, and governmental instability. The people of Beirut continue grappling with the aftermath to this day. The Suez Canal, a linchpin in global trade routes connecting the Middle East, Asia, and Europe, faced a momentous disruption on March 23rd. The Ever Given, a colossal 1,300-foot container ship, became lodged for 6 days, halting international trade. This vital waterway typically sees 7 to 10% of the world's oil transit annually, with a staggering 1 million barrels daily. The Ever Given's grounding, inducted by a sandstorm with 46-mile-per-hour winds, resulted in a canal blockade and a cascade effect on a 21-ship convoy. Each hour of the blockade delayed $400 million worth of goods, and daily disruptions amounted to an additional $9 billion. Beyond the immediate financial impact, the incident prompted a re-evaluation of global supply chains, emphasizing vulnerabilities in just-in-time manufacturing, while the Suez Canal Authority settled with Ever Given's owners and insurers for $550 million. The ramifications on the supply chain endured for months, sparking critical reflections on the intricacies of international trade. On January 13, 2012, The Italian Costa Concordia embarked on a Mediterranean cruise, marking the start of a tragic episode that would rank among the most expensive marine losses. Captain Francisco Schettino deviated from the standard course to perform a maritime salute near the island of Giglio. Miscommunications led to a critical error, causing the ship carrying 1,023 crew members and 3,206 passengers to run aground, resulting in a 170-foot tear and the death of 32 individuals. Salvage operations launched in September 2013 set a record cost of $1.2 billion. The captain and crew faced trials for misconduct, leading to Schettino's 16-year prison sentence. The disaster total cost, estimated at $2 billion, surpasses triple the initial construction expense. This sum includes victim compensations, $93 million in lawsuits, salvage expenditures, and $100 million for scrapping the ship. The Costa Concordia catastrophe stands as a costly and tragic maritime incident. That concludes today's video. If you enjoyed the content and would like more of the same, just click the link currently visible on the screen. Thank you for watching and be sure to stay tuned for our upcoming episode. Your ongoing support is truly valued.